So, guys, welcome all of you.
So essentially, what I've gotten better at during the cohort is because I like structure and product management is pretty abstract in its own sense.
First, thanks to Pranjal only for making to be a part of this cohort. As was great to be a part of this cohort along with the great team members like Jagan and Krishna. Also, there were other teams and they also had great people. So, working along with them and interacting in the class was a great experience.
I got a structure that I wanted from a reliable source, and I got to experience different moving parts of product management through this cohort.
Before joining this cohort, I knew a product management in bits and pieces or parts of it. But after going through the entire process, it gave me a complete view of what happens at different stages. So I would say it actually helped me fill the gaps that was there.
From this cohort, I have yeah, I want to say that I have the now I can my point of view is totally changed by looking the every product. So I can think in a way that how to solve the problems and how to capture it with the problem solving method.
So it was really an amazing journey, and every class we learned something new.
So, guys, welcome all of you. Yeah. So, I think there are some people who are from US, Canada, few people from Nigeria, few people from Bangladesh, Pakistan, right? So, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all of you. So, we are going to discuss about the first principles thinking. So, before first principles thinking, I wanted you to have your problems ready with you so that you can understand that what you need to do next. See, whenever you are having a problem and whenever you are focusing on problem, it's very essential to understand that why this problem is occurring and what is the root cause of it and what are the different parts of this particular problem. Maybe the problem which you are seeing as a problem might not be the problem, or might be the problem is something different. So all these questions will comes to a mind when you are thinking critically. That's why I'm saying that don't focus on the solution, don't focus on the idea, focus on the problem, because it's very important for all of you that you should focus on your problem first. So what is first principles thinking? So first principle thinking is a approach. It's a mechanism, that the way that you break down the problem into very different parts in a way that you can find out the last, entity or last part which you think beyond this the problem cannot happen. Means it is the starting point of the problem. It's a problem solving and decision making approach. It's like a reverse engineering when you're thinking that, okay, this is the problem. Okay, let's break down the problem into different parts. Because when you will break down the problems into different parts, you will see that there are small different problems are part of the main problem. And when you will find the small problems within the same major problem, it will be very essential for you to take care of those small problems as well. So that is why dissection of the problem is very important. Because why I was stopping you to jump into a solution, because when you jump into a solution at the first place, you will miss out a lot of the small gaps, small problems which are associated with the main problem, which you might ignore. I will give you a framework of how you should break out, okay, and how you should do the first principles thinking, how you should apply the first principle thinking on your problem. So first, you should understand the problem. Now, from yesterday till today, what you have done, you have identified a problem with some criteria, and somehow you have 10%, 20% you have understood the problem. Most of you might have gone through the problem, and that's why you have written that problem. But I request you that you understand more deeply, do some more research on it, okay? Since you are having a 2, 3 more team members right now on one problem, so you can delegate the work task, and you can do a little bit of research and come back on it and have a very good understanding of this problem. Now, once you have understanding of the problem, Then you will have assumptions. What do you think about this problem? What do you think is the true about the problem? What is the truth behind this problem? Why it is happening? Okay. Now, assumptions cannot be guessing mark. Okay. It cannot be comes through your emotional decisions. It should come from the valid sources. It should be come from valid sources, something like it should come from facts, from some research, from meeting with some real people, you know, by knowing some stories or some inside stories, means true stories and insights about the people who are suffering from that, might be meeting with those people, meeting with that. I think this type of lump sum, very high level of research will give you assumptions, will help you to take you some assumptions on this particular problem. So you will come around with the ideas and assumptions that why this problem is actually happening, what triggering to triggering to occur, or to make this particular problems in place, right? So that is where your assumptions will come to the picture. Okay. The third thing is that when you will have assumptions, you can have the elements within the assumptions. When you will have the elements within the assumptions, you can break down the problem. The next thing is to define the first principle. The first principle is something that elements which is actually, you know, making up this particular problem. Why this is the main problem, this is a secondary problem, and what is the source of the secondary problem, why this is happening that. Okay, now let's go first principle. What are the truth behind each problems? Let's find out for each of the cases. Very interesting. Now the capacity of the people is vary from individual to individual, right? When if I'm going to gym, my intensity will be different from Vikas intensity will be different from Ashish, right? What I'm doing is that I'm giving a simple suggestions. Then that before going for regular exercise, for physical activity, right? I have to solve the physical activity. Physical activity can be done with the walking, with running, with using the staircase. Could be possible, any of the three cases. So that's why I'm suggesting this thing. It's not necessary that every problem could be applicable for the first principles thinking. It's not necessary. You can go through with this 5-way questioning method if first principle thinking is not making up for you. It's completely fine.
And we are going to know that how software works. What are the things behind that actually make sense when software connects with data, saves data, or connects with user? So what are the things, what are the components that actually plays a vital role in the entire game plan? So why you need to understand about technology, okay? You need to understand about technology not because that you have to work technically. It's not like that. So what happens is that at one point of time, you need to, you know, do a lot of discussions, meetings with engineering team. At that point of time, you need to make a decisions along with engineering team. And to understand the technical jargons, you need to understand the fundamentals of technology, how it works. Now, within this entire system, there is another called the Content Delivery Network, CDN. Now, what is Content Delivery Network? Content Delivery Network is something that, let's say, for example, your master data center is in Ireland, okay? And you have users in India. In that case, you will have a small database, small data center in India, where you will keep only those data which are frequently used by the Indians and the Indian users. Those type of arrangement is called a content delivery network. So in that case, you will have a similar type of micro virtual data centers in India, as well as the other countries, and as well as the other states. And in that way, you can provide the faster services to your users. Okay. And in that way, the entire web service ecosystem, web service infrastructure works. So today we are going to learn about the prioritization, and prioritization starts when you start doing your idea validation during the product development. This is a mechanism to rank the most potential ideas in a way that it benefits the customer and brings maximum ROI to you. The entire project will take around 6 to 7 years to get it completed. So it's a high value project, okay? And for that, that's a second thing. So it's always happens with a schedule, right? You cannot deliver it. You cannot get the entire revenue at the once. You will get it slowly. But it's very important. So these are high value but strategic items. Okay, this is how it happens. That's how the second quadrant is all about. The third quadrant is all about is low value items. Means the value is low, the effort is low.
Ability to I think we need to put connectivity so your phone can connect to any SIM card. You don't want to just get a phone and then you can connect it to a SIM card.
Does this ability to make phone call covering that, or do you want me to make another note for that?
I mean, I think that should be okay. I don't know what everyone else thinks. Just depend on
Yeah, when I mentioned the call record, there is no only call record in this mobile.
Okay.
So also is dissatisfied
And
feature.
speakers.
Eventually, it's not been, we are just here to calculate the number of four-wheelers owned by a family, not by a single individual, right? It's
Yeah. See, private means it's an individual's only, right?
Right. So we are not calculating the individual, the private, the public vehicles. So like per capita income, like in 140 crores, out of we consider that 30 families per capita income is having one car. Not everyone.
See.
Let's see.
Right? Here percentage will be
Urban,
the
semi-urban, and rural.
Right.
Yeah, so I'm just metro and I'll say remaining areas.
Yeah.
Because what we discussed is metro people will have 2 cars average. So remaining people will have 1 car, right?
Yeah.
So the next question is why can't you start early or have enough time so that you can make things properly rather than being hurried, right? Come on, Bhavya, we will reach today your root cause.
Hope I will find out my solution.
Yeah, it's such a wonderful platform where from the different time zones people are meeting over here. That's awesome.